Noni. Yes. Back to Revachol. Joo. Mikäs tää tilanne oli täällä viimeksi? Käytiin juttelemassa silleen. Vitsi, tässä on niin monta nyt. Me saadaan nyt se ruumis alas sen yhden lakkoäijän avulla. Ota noin. Niin ja sitten tää täytyy tehdä, kun kello tulee 9. Kellohan on 8. Ai, tässä sai tälleenkin tehtyä. Interesting. Nyt vasta huomasin. Joo, siis... getting the body down. Access the harbor and ask for Everard Clare help. Mehän puhuttiin sillä. Mitä puhuttu sillä? Puhuin. Everardilla mä puhuin. Se oli täällä. Vai oliko? Oli. Tuolla. Niin tässä oli portaat.
Before you is a walrus of a man, seated behind with great effort, with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Oh fuck, unohdiks mä tallentaa viimeksi? Kun mä oon nää kysynyt mun mielestä. Ei hitto, mä oon tai tallentanut viimeksi. Fuck, mä unohdin tallentaa. Moro. Sperru. Noin. Ei mitään, täytyy käyttää dialogi uudestaan. God damn it, tässä on kun unohtaa seivoa. Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat. I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Tässä oli joku skillcheck, mitä mä en muista. Liittyen tuohon tuoliin.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Dubois. Tässä oli miinusta, kun mä istuin tuohon tuolille, kun mä istun epämukavalla tuolilla. Mutta jos mä en istu, niin se on osoittaa epäkunnioitusta tuolle äijälle, joka saattaa tuoda myös noihin tsekkeihin miinusta. Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right. It's nothing. Forget about it. Filter it out.
Okay. Se on mun sukunimi tai jotain. Take a seat.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
Wink back, remain serious. Koitetaan winkkaa backi.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
Mulla meni viimeksi tää skillsekin tosi hyvin, niinku... Katsotaan miten käy nyt.
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
Oh lord.
Oh, by the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say. This should take care of that nonsense.
Niin joo, nyt tää yrittää antaa mulle lahjuksia.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with the cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
It's sufficient to cover your expenses. Perhana. Tois niin korruptiota, jos mä ottaisin tota rahaa. Sen mä siinä maksettaisiin mun trashäämä hotellihuone.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Fuck it, eihän toi lue niinku... Se oli joku 120, mitä mä olin sille Gartelle auki. Comically large check. You can take that comically large check and shove it up your ass. No. Keep it, I'm good.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts, then. Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun.
I lost my gun, man.
The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Lost and gun. Silloin niitä jotain Union Boysseja etsimässä sitä mun asetta kuulemma. How do you know about my lost gun?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right.
Se on mulle sen mun nimenkin.
It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths. It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Joo. Elikkä tää oli se skill check, mikä ottaa miinusta tuosta tuolista. 28%, menisikö läpi? Don't panic.
God,
Oh
you're
no.
sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
So what, men can cry too. Voi näyttää heikkoa chappate hatineessa. Oh no. No, I'm not about to cry.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this,
Moraali.
Mr. Dubois?
Moraali.
He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Moraalit käydä vähiin.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Kim vaan kattoo tossa, kun mä pass outtaan kohta.
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
What? in a kind of throwing fashion. Like you are throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. Nah, I'm good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Actually, this chair is uncomfortable. I could use that glass of water. What?
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Oh god, tästä ei ole mitään miinustamista tästä.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Yeah.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Some police questions. I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you.
Alright.
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
Alright. Pitkä dialogi tulee.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
I've opened a few doors in my life.
And I'm sure you're going to open this one with flying colours, Harry. This really is very simple, and there's nothing shady about it.
Okay.
Does this jiggling ooze think he's going to use you? He's got another thing coming. Play his game, son, with your eyes peeled. He's going to slip up, and when he does, you're going to come out on top.
Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
Okay.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
En muista mitä mä tän viimeksi valkkasin. Mennään tän hetkisen fiiliksen mukaan. Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
Who the shit is Weasel? Weasel. What do you mean by Weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Okay. Damn it, fine. I'll look into it. We need to talk about that murder.
Fantastic, my friend. Just let me know when it's done and we can take our friendship to the next level.
Voisikohan tää questi, minkä mä nyt hyväksyin, niin olla mun avain siihen kadonneeseen aseeseen ja potkeen? Who knows?
You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry.
Onko tää se ovi siellä? Puhuuko tää oikeesti? Niin ovessa se puhuu. Onko se mikä siellä Whirling, siis siellä baarissa, missä Garta on? One last thing.
Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Okei, nyt mulla tulee näitä. Aren't you going to ask me how I got in?
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window.
No.
Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard?
I am a terrifying death machine. You don't have a window.
It was a figure of speech, Harry. Of course I don't have a window. I'm in a container.
Yeah.
Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
You called me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everard, I call you Harry.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that's really my name?
My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
My memory is fine. I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
Big fat folder.
It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Olisi mahdollisuus kysellä vähän näitä musta itsestäni lisää info. Have another look at that folder. Se on 42 rossa. Katsotaan.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
That's not an RCM folder.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you.
Okei.
A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
Eikä ne ole jotain mututuntumaa, mitä toi heittää mulle. So the Census Bureau. Miten toi sanotaan? Bureau says my name is Harry Dubois.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Could you help me to get the dead body down from the tree?
You might have noticed there's one hanging on a tree behind the hostel cafeteria.
Oh my. Don't take this question personally, but why would I get involved in this matter?
Mr. Clare, the man was hanged with a cargo belt. A steel-reinforced cargo belt. It's safe to assume the Union had something to do with the murder. Besides, getting the body down would benefit all of us. It's a stain on the neighborhood.
You are a community leader. Help your community out.
I can certainly see how having him up there might start affecting some real estate values. But of course, all joking aside, I am going to help you.
Nice, nice.
Jean-Luc, the cop who bested you in physical combat is here, and he has a little dead body in a tree problem. Namely, he needs it to be taken down. Please extend him this courtesy.
Physical combat, niin tää soittaa sille... Soittaaks tää sille... Beefy-kaverille? Olettaisin.
You can find Luke down at the gates, but you already knew that. Anyway, he's going to help you, now that he's back on his feet.
Oh shit. Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Alright, you're a wizard, Harry. Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
He is not.
Okay. Kiristää mua.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
Okay. I'm looking into your shady brew.
I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew? There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. Just one thing. If you can, make it even shadier.
He sincerely has no idea what you were talking about. And he doesn't care either.
Onks tässä jotain? Siinä on kahvia pöydällä. Everard, I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Thanks. I was wondering how I'm supposed to get out.
Here. You're one of us now.
Nice.
A real red and white union man. Take care, Harry.
Mulla on kulkulupa. Nice. Mitä heti seivit tähän nyt. Fish. Let's get out of here. Meidän pitää olla 9 jälkeen tuolla siellä hotellilla kyyläämässä, jos sinne tulee se yksi shady-kaveri takas. Mä en vielä lähde sitä ruumista, kun tiputteleen alas ennen. Tosin mä mietin aikaisemmin, että voisikohan se sen ruumiin saa tutkittua kunnolla, kun se on otettu pois, niin voisiko se edistää keskustelua tässä tässä Smoker on the Balconyssa. We'll see. Mutta joo, se on meidän next task. Container, container, container.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
I had some questions for you, if that's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Joo, mä oon käynyt nää jo. En mä saa tästä enää mitään irti. Joo. Lähdetään Honeen täältä ja Että kohta on eka päivä pelattu tätä.
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Maybe. I can't tell. I think we should investigate further.
You do? Because I don't.
What? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It was hanging from the crane.
You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container. We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
Knock on the door.
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Open the door.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Lopeta. Nothing more to do here for now. Tosin mulla on se pry bar. A.k.a. crowbar. Jos mä sillä saisin tän auki.
You're back before you attempt to turn the handle. To your left, the lieutenant...
Fuck, ei toimi. No work. Lähdetään sit takas. Get back. Se on niinku puoli tuntia vielä aikaa. Mä voisin käydä vähän tutkii sitä yhtä puolta tästä Revasholista, missä mä en oo hirveemmin käynyt. Ihan pikku hetki, mä oon juoman pakastamista. Back. Kato vielä, että jääks mikki mutelle. Ei jäänyt. Mahtavaa. No vielä löytän sitä muovipussia. God damn. Löytänyt muovipusseja, millä voisi kerätä tölkkejä. Ja tänne tullaan puhun sitten tolle sille isolle kaverille, jonka mä pieksi. Niin se auttaa mut sen ruumiin alas sieltä puusta. Mitäs tässä nyt voisi tän aikaa tehdä? Welcome to Revashol. Täällä on muuten aika pimeätä. Tutkin tätä puolta Revasholista. Tässä. Alright. Täällä on joku petankipeli noilla kahdella tyypillä. Kuka sä oot?
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
Measuring tape.
Honey, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
Nopsaa parvekkoa menkki. Tulee kylmä. No, kiva tuolla sataa lunta. Näin toukokuussa.
Look, in his hand, going into his mouth. The sandwich. It's hauntingly beautiful.
Sandwich.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never.
Yeah. Alright, I got this. Ball time.
That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime.
Grab the ball and show them how it's done. Yeah. Oi hitto.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. You'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen.
Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it. Probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory.
Siis hetkonen, siis tää on petankia, mitä tää pelaa, mutta tää näyttää siitä, että olisi niinku työntämässä tätä kuulan työnnössä.
Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
Man ball. Take in the surroundings.
A chilly breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
Oh yeah.
West, in the Grand Couronne area, a sharp overhand left from Arsène Luc Edelbrock sends the Samaran heavyweight champion, Kostya Miasnok Kostanicha, flying to the mat. The crowd goes wild. Revachol loves her heroes.
There is time for a last glance inward. Who am I?
An embodiment of pure motion, a fine-tuned locomotor running at maximum efficiency.
Alright.
Behold the fear and confusion reflecting in the eyes of the two feeble geezers. They are in awe of your superiority. You are a god to them.
The inertia can be contained no more than a bullet leaving a gun. Let's go, beat a bullet. Fuck yeah. Tää on petankia, jumalauta. Sä työnsit sen sinne järveen.
Bordel de merde!
Ehkä olisi pitänyt kysyä tätä peliä ensin.
What the hell is your problem?
Oi vittu. I am a god of track and field. Why would I have a problem with anything?
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
A man his age getting worked up like that? Better watch that blood pressure.
Mä tiedän mikä tää peli on. Mutta I'm sensing an anger and I don't understand why.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play petanque with 5 bull.
Petonk? P-tank?
Yes, petanque. You ruined our petanque game. We want our bull back.
Bull back?
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Pieni hetki, pistä viesti. Is this misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You are as a goddamn bull.
Bull! Okay, I will try to fix this. Accept the task.
Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us?
Why did you approach us?
Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
René, nee, I found your guard booth.
Yes. The Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your boot looks like it looks right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
So who was working your shift that night?
No one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
God.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Goodness, Louis boy.
Look, officers. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Decorative. Decorative. So it doesn't matter if you're there or not.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Pieni hetki.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabinier's pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
René should rent out his services, invest the profit and get few more guys, expand and repeat. Wage work is a dead end.
Yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now?
He is not going to become an entrepreneur.
I saw a picture in there. You were in it. Who's the girl?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Got it, thanks.
Yes. Like I said, I would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Do you know anything about the man hanged in the backyard of Whirling Rags?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And most of the locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
Okei. Sitä ei ole oikein mitään vastausta. You seem to be playing in Crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Do you know what created it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Heavy artillery fire, you say? That's the best kind of artillery fire. Very interesting.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire. But why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Damn. Communards. Olisikohan communists? Did you use artillery fire against them?
Sadly, no. It was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked.
No 9 minuuttia on aikaa. Täytyy päästä takas sinne hotellille tai sinne asuinkompleksiin.
Should have fought dirty, like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't though, and we lacked caliber. God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough.
They should have chosen a place away from people and buildings.
This place is a damn beachhead, son. They had to soften the commies up first.
The beachhead?
Yes. The military coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol.
Wow. Nyt tuli paljon sana.
He finds your lack of historic knowledge troubling, a sign of mental deterioration in the preceding generations.
Mm-hmm.
Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Maris and the Delta.
Deathblow sounds grim.
This here is Blood Ground, where coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, we're playing pétanque on their mangled corpses.
Yes.
Blood ground. You got old René going there. Like he isn't hungry enough already.
Ah, that explains all the war damage.
Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it. And it worked, too.
He approves of this radical approach, knows it was necessary.
The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. And now the Union Socialists are practically running the place.
Running.
Well, it's your own damn fault. You, we, the coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame, never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered. Of course they still all influence.
You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances surrounding the...
Oh shit, mulla on
What
liian...
do you think?
Otan liian pitkän dialogi. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess and now they rule us.
I'm sorry
Shame.
it had to be them. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the Right Honorable King Guillaume returned through Revachol, or even if that damn clan Frisel had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. Instead, all that is just, holy, and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere. Foreign influence peddling garbage and stupid music on the radio.
Bruh.
This is just what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the role of the suzerain with.
What exactly is suzerain? Confused.
The suzerain is the king! Has everyone forgotten already? They've forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. You were still in Daddy's balls when it happened. When we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire.
Tätä täytyy tulla takaisin, tässä on tää white mutta thank you for time.
Wow, you work hard.
Yeah,
Oh,
I do.
yes, you hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
I guess I do, yeah.
Oh yeah, like a horse, a workhorse, for hard work.
What hard work do I do exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
Yeah, I ride. A little.
A little. You make money. You got gills, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
Nice. You could say I took some money from that banana guy too.
You didn't log that in as a donation either. You don't log any of that shit in. You're a straight rider.
I guess I've made some gills, sir.
Sure, sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself, are you rich?
Nyt on diippi kysymys. No, I'm actually not.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
Fucking taxes, man.
That's right. 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze.
Really? Every time I sneeze?
Every time you wipe your ass. They got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax, alimony. One tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus there's the stuff people in other countries pay for. That makes them ask for more money from you. Here. Total tax duties add up to 98% of all your money.
What? Semmonen pieni veroprosentti. This isn't helping me solve my money problem. It's only making me into free market type.
What are you, a racist? Don't be a racist. Be a cool immigrant, ultra-liberal free market advocate. Ride or die. Keep it street.
Go away! Ihan sen takia, että mun täytyy mennä tekemään tää... Päästä sinne... asunnoille. Toi meni aika diipiksi kyllä toi. Nytkö ne mitäs kohta sinne mentiinkö? Ei ainakaan tästä. Se oli täältä. Eiks ollutkin? tästä ja... Joo. I'm here. Täällä piti... Öljyä. Eikä täällä nähtiin aikaisemmin joku äijä röökillä ja se vaikutti epäilyttävältä tohon murhaan liittyen, niin... Sen takia me tullaan kello 9 jälkeen takaisin kyttäämään, että onko se tullut takas. Hetkonen. Wrong door. God damn. Mitä kautta mä pääsin? Equip plastic bag. Wish I had one. Tähän kautta, siis onko se sitten tätä kautta? What? Täältä? Balcony. Täältä. All right. You hear distant traffic. Olisiko tuo punainen pitää ottaa? Maroon glow of light pollution rises from the east. Tuota vasemmasta ikkunasta joku kyyläs mua aikaisemmin.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
Näk.
No one answers.
Come on.
We should return tomorrow. Tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Niin oliko se huomenna?
No one answers. No one answers.
We should return.
Fuck. Niin se oli huomenna. No ei mitään sitten. Perhän kun menin sitten lopettaa se vanhan ajan kanssa keskustelu niin aikaisemmin. No. No. Käydään nytten nukkumassa sitten. Saattaisikohan nyt tää kaveri nukkua? Mun mielestä 9 jälkeen tässä pelissä pystyy nukkuu. Aikaisemmin sanoo tää peli. Se on joku spurku. Cause I'm fine. Are you okay? Ei, onko siinä muovikassa? Oh yeah. Yellow plastic bag. Fuck yeah. Noniin. Mulla on muovikassa. Mahtavaa. Nyt voi kerätä pulloja. Where are the bottles? Take it. Oh yeah, kohta tulee massi.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest.
Tämä tsekkasin. Mitäs roskiksesta löytyy? Lisää pulloja. Oh yes. Rolling in cash. Joku bottle vision, jossa mä näkisin vielä pullot jo näin punaisella täällä, niin se olisi kova. Spurku vision. Tämä ainakin tyykätään nää roskikset. Aivan mahtava. Milestone completed. Ai, täällä on bileet. Niin, joku täällä on niitä union workereita nyt. What up, gate?
Can I help you?
No. What's tää? Pulloja. Onko me nyt laulaa tätä karaoke? Kas tää? It's all about the money. Ei täällä voi kenenkään kanssa jutella, joten mennään vegetaan nukkumaan. Oh, no need to pass time. Buy a book! $$10 kirjalla pystyy. Oh shit, no, niitähän mun pitää ostaa. Hyödyllinen tooltippi. Ei, vastaiskohan tää nytte? Arrow!
The door is closed.
Knock again.
Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance.
Fuck off.
You should punch a fucking hole in it.
Punch
You
the door.
slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce a hole. The door sits sturdily in the frame, and your fist hurts. This was all a very good, normal thing to do.
Yep.
Not to mention, great exercise.
Fuck yeah.
Stop that.
Vähän leimääs äijä tämä. Sidekick. Here in my trash apartment. Jonne mun avain ei käy. Okei. Mikä mä en pääsekään mun kämppään. Niin kun mä en oo maksanut sitä velkaa. Voi helvetti. I need to sleep. Heal social health and morale. Jep. Mitä mä nyt voisin sitten tehdä? Mä en voi nukkua. What is this? Nice. Garte, I need the room.
Can I help you?
So, about that money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
No, fuck, ei oo.
Yes.
Garte, I saw another thing at the railing.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
There's something else I want to ask about.
Yes.
Goodbye. Fuck. Could use a sleep. Taas purku.
The worker is in a deep.
Siltä ei saa mitään irti. Miksi me kerään niinku pulloja yöksi? Onko se kirjakauppa auki? Voisiko tsekkaa sen? Mulle veikkaa, että se on suljettu. 247 kirjakauppa. Ovi auki. Fuck. Replaced lost bool. Täytyy löytää joku saman näköinen metallipallo. Onko tämmönen replace se? Sometime after Field Monday. Mikä päivä tänään on? Tänään on day one. Ei auta paljon. Mikä viikonpäivä tänään on? Ei. I don't know what year is it. No. Kävin vielä kerran siellä balconissa ja mä katon, että oliko se nyt tää päivä vai seuraava. Take the battle. Tulee tälleen pikkuhiljaa rahaa, kun kerää näitä pulloja. Which is nice. Se Kuno on vielä täällä. No skidit on vieläkin täällä. Ne käy välillä vetää siellä majassa sitä pirjaa ja sitten ne tulee tänne vittuileen kaikille. No sleep. Uuteen balkoni. Ooh yeah. What is this? Lökt. Also lökt.
This door is made of metal. No one answers.
We should return tomorrow.
Jep. Elikkä seuraavana päivänä kello 9. Lähdetään sitten tekemään jotain muuta. Käydään puhua vaikka sille Big Dudelle, niin saadaan se ruumis alas. Tämä on sinänsä hyvä. Mä saan tutkittua sen ruumiin kunnolla ennen kuin me lähdetään kuulustelemaan tupakoitsija. Cigarette Dude. Pieni hetki, mä tsekkaan. Puhelimeen tuli viesti. Yes. Elikkä käydään sinne mestaan puhuu, missä se jengi lakkoilee. Ja sit saa käydä vessassa ihan pikkunen hetki. No niin. Koko ajan mä keskeytän. Tasos. Jäikö mikki nyt oikeasti päälle? Juu. Yes, jo lähetään. Fucking Kuno. Eat that little shit. Mulla on muuten suht tyylikkään näköinen tää kaveri nyt. God damn. Kunnon spurguluuk. Nyt en koko ajan scouttipulloilla. Tuolla olisi roskis. Sen mä otan kyllä dyykata jo. Tää resettaakohan nää pullot jossain vaiheessa. Tässä on tää pitonkin pollumesto. Pitonk! Tässä taas quick save. Täytyis useammin seivata. Selkeästi täytyis muistaa ainakin kun lopetan niin seivata. God damn. Tätä portaita jostain sitä pääsee muuten kuin pistämällä targetin tohon johonkin NPC:hen ylös. Elikkä täällä oot sä, hello!
Do not presume this has drastically altered our race dynamic.
I knocked you out like a god of martial arts.
True. I said nothing about our personal dynamic. That has altered. A little.
Bullshit selityksen. Ever told you to help us get the body down from the tree.
So it was. You bested me in race combat to reach my superior, then had him give me an order. I salute your cunning, enemy. I will go and remove the body from the tree with my bare hands.
You better should.
You're so noble, Measurehead.
But while I am gone, someone must stand guard on the bridge. That someone needs to be you. Both of you.
Alright, vastaan nopea puhelimeen. God damn. Sanoinko mä jotain noista keskeytyksistä aikaisemmin? Okei, eli toi haluaa, että mä patrollaan tässä ja must stand guard on the bridge. Okei. Why not? Okay then.
Babe, see that they stay here the whole time.
Mä oon uusi vartija. Tuleeko tässä jotain shady dudeja nyt? Koittaa päästä. Tällä mä sanon vaan, että fuck off!
The woman's gaze follows Measurehead as he leaves.
So, you guys are like cops or something?
Apparently so.
Cool. I like men with guns and power. I'm Katya, by the way.
Katya.
You hear that? That sound. He's breaking something.
What?
Yeah, Jean-Luc must be really tearing it up over there. I wish I could see it.
I also wish I could see it.
Look at you! RCM rent-a-cops! Guarding that bridge like Everott's lapdogs! Is this where it's at now? The RCM is for sale!
Okei, eli nää scabit ei nyt varmaan tykkää meistä.
And who are you? What is your business here? Why are your clothes 4 sizes too small for you?
That's none of your business.
A shrill laughter interrupts you, echoing across Martinez. It's Kuno. Then,
Oh no.
the man turns to look behind him at the behemoth appearing around the corner, approaching him, walking past him.
Behemoth. He's back. Oh yeah.
The corpse has been removed from the tree. Stand down and congratulate yourself. You have sided with Ray's victory today.
Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Head.
Farewell, Hamson Witch. You are a Union man from now on.
Really? Come on. Kai me sitten on. Oi, sorry. Takkasin mikki. Union Man, eli nyt mä oon sitten se tossa Union Factionin kanssa niin kuin paremmissa väleissä kuin näitten Scabien kanssa. Pitäisikö puhua tän Scabin kanssa? Katsotaan vähän mitä se ajattelee musta nyt. Hello.
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again.
Wrong. You did the right thing with Measurehead. The ballerina antics won you the fight.
Let's talk about our right to work.
No, mä oon käynyt nää dialogit jo. Let's get out of here. Aika paljon näistä pulloista jo, mitä mä oon käynyt. Vois käydä tsekkaa, miten toi toimii. Tää on näköjään ympäri vuorokauden auki tää kauppa. Frite.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears with a satisfying jingle. You're a richer man now.
Nice.
Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more alcohol. Enter the endless cycle of consumption.
Of course. Consumption. Getting the body down. Let's do this. En seurannut yhtään paljon mässain tosta. Tää onkin ollut pitkä homma saada tää ruumi saada. Onko siellä tehty jotain? Hei! Kuno, fuck off! What the fuck are you? Kuno's little shit show.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
Oh.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Okay. Wish I could have been here to see it. Now I have some questions.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonaut.
I want to discuss the body with you again, Kuno.
The fuck about it?
Hey.
Your
Get lost!
Tää empathy check ei kyllä todellakaan ole menossa.
Kuno doesn't...
Nyt on torso alhaalla.
The corpse lies on the ground among the remains of an absolutely demolished pinewood branch. It's gently laid on one side.
Beautiful.
Mr. Measurehead has done a good job. Nothing is too broken or compromised. The victim is ready for a field autopsy.
Field autopsy?
Yes. 1. Investigation of the scene. 2. Initial examination of the victim. 3. Field autopsy. 4. Transportation of the body to the morgue. We are on number 3.
Elikkä me tehdään niinku kenttäautopsi tähän. Selkeä.
The fuck are they on about?
Fuck off, Kuno.
Cop's gonna cut his shit up!
Don't we have someone else for this? A doctor?
No, you and I are detectives. The honorary rank of detective signifies our ability to handle the entire incident chain. From autopsy to cleanup, to social work, everything.
I'm not sure about this. Yes, I feel like a detective.
You are. Your station would not have assigned you on this case if you weren't. Now, the way I see it, it's either this, or we complete the initial interviews. We already met Evrard, that only leaves the Wild Pines representative. There's one in town, negotiating the strike. She could have information.
Okay, we already met Evrard, that only leaves the Wild Pines representative. There's one in town, negotiating at the strike. She could have information. Sitä vois käydä haastattamassa. Yes, interview. We can always do the autopsy later.
Not much later, I hope. He's about to melt away soon.
Niinpä. Bleh. Okay, elikkä World Pines Rep. Find the representative of logistic company who owns the harbor. Okei, elikkä joku edustaja, joka omistaa ton sataman. Naispuolinen henkilö. Who could she be? Is it you?
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few days ago.
You need directions.
Since the street signs messed up? Okay. What do you need?
Do you know where I could find the representative for Wild Pines?
Wild Pines? You mean the company woman?
Yes.
Yes, a representative of the harbor. She should have set up operations nearby.
Oh, that must be the woman on the giant boat.
Ooh.
There's one docked on the pier. It arrived a couple of weeks ago. It's very hard to miss.
Alright, thanks. That's all for now.
No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
I have to run. Elikkä se on se muikeli, joka oli täällä päin. Täällä satamassa. Onks täällä lunta? Nois. Se on niinku täällä päin. Hello.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Tuntuu, että tää tulee aika pitkä keskustelu.
Good evening, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
Joyce L. What does the L stand for?
Beaton, my maiden name.
What gave us away?
Nothing, honestly. I've said it to every drunk in town, and you're the first one who's responded.
Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Like steel, there is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
Okay.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
Alright.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Alright.
It's hard to get a read on her precise disposition, but she appears helpful.
Otetaan helpolla. You are on the boat.
Why, yes I am.
Okay. Does she have a name?
The boat? No. It is called Cor de Leyte 19, because that's the type of sloop it is.
How do you like it?
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
Alright.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
I think I have a handle on the boat thing.
Good.
Tell me about the Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do? I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
So what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things, and that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
How much money does Wild Pines have?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
Alright.
A billion?
Wow. The money I owe is so much less than that.
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary. But they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on Wild Pines for their paychecks. A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It is a tremendous responsibility.
That's all I needed to know. About something else?
She nods.
What can you tell me about this strike?
Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, what if I want to hear about trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
Octopus. An octopus, I will slay it.
Good luck is only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world, including your own.
What the ma'am means is that the Emergencies Act and the RCM both get their authority from the coalition government.
Alright.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
Ketkä on niinku neuvottelemassa tätä lakkoa?
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place.
Wait. She just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
Yep.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter 20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
There sure is. Oh, you mean Measurehead?
Yes. Jean-Luc Measurehead.
So the strike is connected to the lynching?
Yes, I believe there is a connection. But that's a subject for later.
She's resolute in this, yet you sense that she wants to tell you. You'll have to earn her trust first.
Alright. How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike?
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
Aggressive. What are their demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes, every worker, a member of the board.
Okay. Very communism meno. I don't know what to think about that.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
Okay.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
Okei, eli toi liiton vaatimus on se, että ne haluu, aina kun toi Wild Pines-firma tekee jonkun päätöksen, niin ne haluaa, että jokaisen työntekijän pitää antaa suostumus siihen. Suht epärealistiselta vaikuttaa. Täytyy saada tuon luottamus joten. The workers can't be kings. The king is a king.
That may well be. It's not up to me to decide who is king, but as negotiations go, it's not a swell start.
What are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
Alright.
This checks out.
The one whose very name advertises is a version. Onks mä nähnyt Manjääniä? Toi Manjääna kuulostaa tutulta. What happened to this Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
Okay then.
Yes. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union.
The scabs at the gate, did you put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to?
Don't let her answer it herself.
Let's call them strike breakers. You put them there, right?
If these strikebreakers were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not yet, at least.
What do you think of Everard?
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I
know it.
imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
I know it.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
That's Everard, though, right?
He is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Edgar ja Everard. Wait, there are two of him?
Yes, Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself, outside the Brothers Clare?
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The Brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we are forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, Detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
Mitä mä saisin? Mulla on päästetty hyvälle puolelle joten. Basically a socialist mob.
Thank you for being candid. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the wolf always hungers.
Tässä on hyvin paljon korruptioa tossa liitossa. One more thing. You said something happened in the elections.
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore. Or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Okay.
This forewoman, her name?
This forewoman, her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence, Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name, and I don't have access to the Union's files.
Eerie.
Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Huomattava jengi tuo noi liittolaiset. That's all I need here. Let's change the topic.
Of course. How else can I help?
You seem rich, can I have some money? What can you tell me about this lynching?
Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Fuck, I don't have my badge.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi from Precinct 57.
And I am...
And this is my colleague from Precinct 41, Detective Dubois. I'm afraid Harry doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
Oh, and what happened to yours, Detective?
Remember when my partner told you I'd recently suffered from unusual medical episode? My lost badge is related to it.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode?
After a night of heavy drink. I could have... Mä halus sanoa, että mä ryyppäsin. I could have eaten it for all I know. I don't remember anything. This world, this city, nothing.
Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia.
Just se.
I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Fuck.
Hang on. She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement.
Yep. Medium. Red check. 72% chanssi. Sillä on sympatia mun amnesia. Mä veikkaan, että sillä ei ollut sympatia. Ois ollut sympatia mun ryyppäämisellä. How do I negotiate my way out of this?
She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
Surely there's some other way to demonstrate our law enforcement credentials.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Like what?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones.
Okay, reports from inside Terminal B suggest that it's hub for the local drug trade. Okay, täällä alkaa tekee huumepoliisin töitä.
Or, you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Excuse us for a moment, ma'am.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for damages yet.
You should take care of that, then.
But I don't have money!
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
Niinpä. God damn. Okei. Siinä oli tosi paljon. Se oli hyödyllinen keskustelu. Mennään sitten nukuun, tai suostuttelee, että me saadaan nukkua. Let's negotiate our way out of this. Mä sain muuten 2 skill pointtia. Tämä mä voisin pistää. Mä haluaisin ehkä sen empati. Empatiaa. Miss. Saan sitten sen kunnon skill checkin chanceja nostettua. Empati. No se on yhä. Mulla olikin vaan yksi. Joo, mä katsoin väärin. Joo. En tiedä paljon toi nosti sitten chanceja, mutta we'll see. Alright. Garte nyt vittu. Mä haluun nukkua.
Can I help you?
So about that money I owe.
Yes, have you got it?
I was wondering if we could come to some sort of arrangement for tonight.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
Okei. Mitähän tän tekis? Olisiko mä antaa Kimin puhuttaa mun puolesta? Se vaikuttaa siltä, että se olisi hoitaa paremmin kuin mä. Kim is about to say something. Let him. What? Kim is about to say something. Let him.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and... I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
This converse... Hold on, I still have my key, you know.
Good luck trying to use it.
Jep. Eipä toiminut aikaisemmin.
Draconian measures.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock.
Find a way I break the door down. This conversation isn't going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Fuck you.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Täytyy muurata ottanut kohta. Goodbye. God damn. Motor carriageissa on jotain. Mä katson Kimin autoon. Joo. Tätä autostako voisi löytyä rahaa?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transport enclosure? Regular people just call it the cage.
Tällä niinku pulloja niin paljon, että saadaan siitä 120 reaalia. Look into the suspect transport enclosure.
The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
Oh. 4 little. What are those things?
There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
Alright.
A vanity he wouldn't mind. Honestly, that sounds like an amazing physics demonstration.
Eikä siellä on sellaiset niinku renkaisiin laitettavat pyörivät koristeet. You said something about the pawn shop.
Yes, there's one 100 meters south of here. I think it's called Roy's Nest or something. If I'm not mistaken, it should be open late.
Alright. Items that can be pawned at the bird's nest Roy appear in your inventory. Alright. Thanks, I appreciate your help.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Close the door. Alright, eli pawn shoppi täytyis löytää. Mikä on?
I can't believe it's snowing again. It felt like springtime just a few since the street signs messed up. Okay. What do you need?
Missähän se voisi olla? What is in the south?
Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Just coast. There's a
rows of stalls under a broad roof, where silvery fish were heaped on newspapers. Water everywhere, pouring from the heavens in the shadow of the old church.
Okay. What? Shake it off. You seem to be under some kind of cold spell.
Anything else?
Thanks, that's all for now.
No problem.
She's very welcome.
I have to run. Alright, eli olisiko täällä alhaalla päin? Pawn shop. Nothing to loot. Nope. Mitäs me täällä on? Tässä on se kanaali. Roy's Pawn Shop. Nice. Saako täältä jotain muutakin kivaa? Luulisin, että täältä voisi löytää kaikkea. Oh yes. Hero.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any trouble lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored.
Okay.
As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite a collection. I may have something to add to it.
It keeps me entertained.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
Alright, jossain kamoissa toi äijä.
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Ah. Is Roy high? And if yes, then what is he on? Mulla olisi Elektrokemisteri aika kova, mä ehkä saisin tän. Fuck it.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Prolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Prolion? What is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Is it just me, or is it really warm in here?
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting.
Chill out, man. I'm a chill out cop who just wants some of that you're having. No judgment, just curious. I probably did loads of Elysium before I lost my memory.
I've had to take it. You know, since the People's Pile cleanup. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
Alright.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it.
Okay.
So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
It must have been tough, radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why no one has tried to repair or...
Alright, täällä on jotain ydinjätettä jossakin.
So much disappointment. And early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
Kerkä, toi oli jossain Emergency Relief Brigade. Jotain ensihoitoporukkaa tai jotain. Tell me more about this Emergency Relief Brigade you were part of.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood. Tough son of a gun, this one. Respect.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
The People's Pile, what is that? Se on varmaan jotain ydinjätettä, mutta et sekata.
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
Nice. Thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
There's something I'd like to sell.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump-a-mesque banger? No matter. I'll give you 200 real.
God damn.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
Nyt voisi tätä fashionia ehkä.
Of course. I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Here's the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
Mä saanutkaan sitä hommasummaa.
The windfall is a small consolation.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here.
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
Ei voi myydä todistusaineista. Do you know what the tattoos mean?
Aphotic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter.
I'll check my pockets.
Anything else you're thinking of
Tästä
selling?
ois postikortteja. Ei, nää on nää mitä mulla on. En mä tiedä. Niin näistä saa paljon mitään. Dogwagger Shift Guardit sais jonkin verran. Nää. I don't have anything to sell at the moment.
Another time, perhaps.
By the way, do you happen to have any guns, like the ones carried by the officers of Citizens Militia?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Onks mä pawnannut mun ase?
What? Sold?
What the shit?
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
Wait, I sold you my gun.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
Okei, mä oon ilmeisesti myynyt pyssyni tän. Selkeä.
And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
I feel like there's something you're not telling me.
You weren't quiet yourself, officer.
What was I like?
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight. And that you need the money. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it.
Okei, elikkä mulla oli pelko, että mä saatan bosauttaa mun aivot pellolle, jos mä en hävitä sitä asetta. Okei.
You sucked on a gun? Good. Very normal.
Very normal.
Very normal behavior. You must have been in great shape.
Wait, how much did I sell the gun for?
15 real.
Come on.
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. It's clear that he hopes this tableau might still turn out to be a bad dream. It's not, though.
Tuntuu, että Kimmo on vähän pettynyt muuhun.
There's pity there too, in case you didn't notice.
I'm sorry you had to see me in that state. We don't talk about it any further.
No apologies necessary, officer.
Was the boy a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her.
Okay.
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Skan se olla se, joka maalaili siellä asuntokompleksin seinillä? En tiedä.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Nice.
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
Maybe she's a vigilante. Wants to prove she can do our jobs better than we can.
It's possible in these parts of town. We ought to find her and discourage her from taking justice into her own hands.
Any idea where I can find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
Se on naispuolinen henkilö.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it right now. You'll just have to hope Everard wasn't lying, and the Union can track her down in time.
Se Everard sanoi, että silloin se boissa ja etsimässä sitä mun osetta. Have people from Everard Clare's Union come here to track that gun?
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it.
Okay.
They went their way. It was a trip, but you know, all sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
All right.
Wait, then it might be true. Everard's claims.
Maybe Claire really is tracking down your gun.
At least now I know how I lost my sidearm. Let's talk about something else.
Of course.
Voisi pummata dopea tuota. I have other business to take care of now.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding. Try to find something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unicycling in their duty. Something pretty and cool here. Then use it to win her back. Win her back?
Yes. Buy something nice. A figurine.
Niin, oliko se tämän eksä, joka oli eronnut tästä? Dig up a truly cool figurine in a box under the table.
Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow. Most of them are just broken toys.
Inspect the figurines in rags.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols. Some even shovels and tall sticks.
Are these even soldiers?
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win.
It's meant to give people hope, even we can do it.
Maybe.
Step away from the table. Käydään nyt siellä hotellilla ja nukutaan ja mä voisin varmaan siihen pistää poikki. Mä en tiedä yhtään miten se eskaloituu se keskustelu vielä, mutta ainakin mulla on rahaa. Mulla on rahaa olla ainakin yksi yö tuolla hotellilla vielä. Tässä tuli joku tsekki. What? What the fuck? Ooh yeah. You're dead. Now fuck on.
Can I help you?
So about that money I owe.
Yes. Have you got it?
I have your money.
Well?
Tässä ei mitenkään tinkiä enää voi. Here it is. Sorry for the trouble.
Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow.
Sä luota enää mua? Starting tomorrow.
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants to make sure you're not angry with him.
Okei, näissä on vähän lisää tietoja varmaan.
The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow.
Alright.
Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
Okei, 20 per yö. Joo.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
Goodbye. Okei, eli tässä täytyy alkaa tekemään rahaa. Ellei halua nukkua jossain puiston penkillä. That I don't mind. Täytyy alkaa kunnolla etsiä niitä pulloja.
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Alright, let's go.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then...
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
I didn't know you smoked, Kim.
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
Cigarette is such a great idea. I think I'm going to have one too.
You're cold, detective. Again, I only have exactly one every night.
Below, the city trembles with its remaining lights. People are rushing home, running away from home, smoking, sleeping, singing in the shower. Edges of dining tables, hands, aprons flicker through windows before the lights go out.
Itse nyt aika hieno tunnelma tässä. Cigarette is such a great idea. I think I'm going to have one. Mä sanoin toi. How did you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will, and unhealthy.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit. Yet, were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit below it all.
Right then, the debris.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day.
How do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it. Our inspection could have been more thorough, as it always can, but we have some leads we can follow up on. Then you shot him in the chest, which wasn't ideal, but we did manage to get him down from the tree. So as they say, all's well that ends well.
I admit I'm a little out of practice.
Being sober also tends to help with precision. At any rate, we still have to perform the autopsy. However, we did do a thorough search of the crime scene. That's great. Moving on to the interviews.
The initial interviews, yes. Well, we talked to some people.
Including Evrard Clare, a daunting adversary, if there ever was one. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however.
He's a tough cookie, that one.
Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief.
Big relief. It's a very serviceable name too.
Moving on. We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
Yes, monsieur. Onks tää se nainen siellä botskilla?
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
Yeah, that's just how we roll in Precinct 41.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
Thank you for the compliment. We could manage it even in wooden clogs. There are uncanny running reservoirs in this body. God knows why.
So what are our powers exactly? The RCM?
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station.
Pystyykö me sakottaan tässä? Mulla on tullut kerran mahdollisuus, mutta mä en käyttänyt sitä.
Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM.
Okay, what else?
We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
Wait, how can you be sure the arrestee will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
I see, and if someone resists?
As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power.
What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couronne and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them.
Wait, so if I kill someone while on duty?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness.
Oh shit.
Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
And who makes all these rules? The coalition government?
Yes, the international community's mission in Revachol, and the moral intern more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
Okay.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Say nothing.
Silence. A great comment to such a conundrum.
The moral intern, what is it?
The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
I really don't... If I didn't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
I have an opinion on the moral intern.
Do you?
Tämä on mieltä tästä koko poliisilaitoksesta. On a second thought, I don't have an opinion. Forget about it.
My kind of police officer.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string from east to west as Revachol commutes back to the suburbs. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Monday is over.
Okay. Say nothing, just look into the night.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Why are they like this?
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our two precincts.
And in the Jamrock and the GRIH.
We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works, our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here, at least.
Don't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, oh.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
Thank you for this.
Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Okay, look good. Tuo oli ihan hieno skene kyllä. Tämmönen fiilistely. See ya in the morning.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
Crawl in.
The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep doesn't come.
Of course.
And then sleep doesn't come.
But I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the pillow.
Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat. And grease.
Check the blanket.
It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing. A bit tense in the muscles. Relax. Under your thrumming eyelids, you see a dizzying array of colors. You won't get off this carousel quite so easily.
Roll over to the other side.
It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves.
No more thoughts. Fall asleep now.
Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
Okay. Okay. Mä oon niinku in a dream world. Näin nopeasti kävessä. jotain mielenkiintoista shittiä. Mennäs heti tänne murhapaikalle. Disco! Nice. Se on meitsi. Okay.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
Oh shit. What is this?
What it says on the can, Harry. Answer the question.
I was born in the hospital where people usually go to die.
You're not kidding anyone, Harry. You don't remember shit. Tell me, do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
I was left.
That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle, and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
I can get it all back.
No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed. You failed me.
Oh shit.
You failed Elysium.
What is Elysium?
Everything. The Pale and the Isolas on the surface. The outer magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000 years of written history.
Okay.
You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people, and you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself. That's all you ever do, even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots on the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time, sweating up the bed.
Stinky boy.
Stinky boy. I can come back from this.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown? Who are you kidding?
Help me.
Help you? Why? I can't hear you. The rest is just a word dream. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you. A thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet, grinding in your head.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
Oh no. Limbic system. Tällä on ihan kiva tää ääni. God, there's another type.
Oh yes, party boy. And it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork. Barely let you sleep at all. Time to get those clothes on, Harry.
Harry.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
Ai, toi oli hieno. Shit factory. Healed health. Pystyisikö mä tähän pistään save? Voi jatkaa suoraan tästä. En pysty.
Good going, buddy.
Oh god, what the hell was that?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you did last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too weak to say no now. Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
Wait, what is this speed?
Speed is a potent central nervous system stimulant. It kept you propped up all day yesterday, despite your debilitating hangover. How else did you think you even got up from this floor?
Okay, cocaine?
It's power, man. It's professionalism. It makes you feel like you're young again and ready to detect. Ready to go to war against the world.
No, I can't take this. I'm not going to go looking for speed.
Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week? Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead by then. You will be fired.
That's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half of the town won't be dead.
Suit yourself, slow, sad shell man. See how you do without your spark.
Mä joudun ehkä jossain kohtaa kräkkää se amfetamiinisin tuolta vajasta. Saa nähdä. Tes! Tähän pistetään. Ja hyvä striimi oli nyt saatiin. Paljon asioita edistyy. Tes seuraavaan kertaan. Moro!